your host for Motorweek, John Davis.
Well, hello and welcome again to Motor Week. We're glad to have you with us. You know, one of the best parts of any car enthusiast year is always the auto show season. And among America's auto shows, the premier event is always held right in the heart of the U.S. car industry. So we packed up our staff of motorheads and headed for Motor City and Detroit's 1996 North American International Auto Show. If it's a new year, it must be time for Detroit's North American International Auto Show. Some 45 new production and concept cars made their world debut here. And again for 1996, there was no question about the global punch of this extravaganza. Mercedes-Benz showed up with its most poorly kept secret, a new entry into the sport utility arena. This AA Vision is a thinly disguised concept of their 1998 all-activity vehicle. A cross between a 4x4 and a luxury sedan, the AAV looks stubbier than competitors, but is about the same size as a Ford Explorer. AAVs will be equipped with a permanent all-wheel drive system, a V6 or V8 engine, and naturally all of the safety features Mercedes is famous for. But what makes Detroit a truly international coming-out party is that the AAV will be built only in a new plant in Alabama, USA, Mercedes' first plant outside Germany. Expect AAV prices to start at about $35,000 when it goes on sale in the fall of 1997. A similar story of worldwide design is found over at Honda's upscale Acura division. This is the Acura CL Luxury Coupe. To be built in Ohio for global consumption, this is the first Acura made here. Front styling is very conservative, while the rear shows plenty of the unique lines of the original concept. Power initially will come from a 2.2-liter engine borrowed from the Honda Accord, but a new U.S.-made 3-liter V6 is due this fall. Acura says to expect very reasonable prices for a luxury coupe starting at about $22,000. And even though James Bond gave it a thorough test drive in GoldenEye, the South Carolina-made BMW Z3 Roadster also made its official debut. On sale this month for about $28,000, the 4-cylinder Z3 will be joined by a 6-cylinder cousin in the fall. But this is Detroit's big show, and the big three domestic makers had plenty to shout about. Ford kicked things off with the rollout of its new small cars, the Ford Escort and MERCURY Tracer sedans and wagons. Boxy no more, the 97 Escort and Tracer borrow lots of looks from the swoopy Taurus and Sable. Power is from a larger 2-liter engine with 25% more power. Escort and Tracer go on sale this spring. After laying low the last couple of years, General Motors introduced a bumper crop of new production models. Most of their bread and butter sedans are being redone for 1997. This is the new Pontiac Grand Prix, the Oldsmobile Intrigue, the Chevrolet Malibu, and the Buick Century. Comparing the Grand Prix, Intrigue, and Century, they all look quite different, yet each is based on the same highly revised W-body chassis. The Olds Intrigue appears very much like a smaller Aurora. Buick, as you might expect, takes a more conservative approach to the next Century, looking a lot like a Camry. Meanwhile, the Malibu nameplate returns to Chevrolet on an updated P90 chassis. It replaces the Corsica. GM begins rolling out its new family quartet next fall. Now, there were a number of announcements at Detroit that made a hit with the press, especially since they had a lot to do with two of them. Chrysler's new minivan design, the Dodge Caravan, Plymouth Voyager, and Chrysler Town & Country, is the 1996 North American Car of the Year. On the truck side, the redesigned Ford F-150 garnered the 1996 North American Truck of the Year honor. Cadillac announced to the masses what Motorweek viewers already knew. The Opel-based Catera sedan will go on sale in the fall. It will be GM's first car with side impact airbags. Meanwhile, Buick gave the crowd a good look at its longer, lower Park Avenue. New sport utility vehicles were everywhere, including two 4x4 examples of badge engineering. The MERCURY Mountaineer is an all V8 Explorer with a big chrome grille, while this Lexus LX450 is really a leather-lined Toyota Land Cruiser. Chrysler made it official. The hot rod Plymouth Prowler will go into production next January. Prowler uses a lot of proven parts from Chrysler sedans. One reason the price is expected to stay just under $35,000. Speaking of sports cars, Aston Martin will start selling its delicious supercharged DB7 here this summer. The car James Bond should have been driving will be available in hardtop and convertible. Lamborghini stopped traffic with its long-awaited Diablo Roadster. And the Vector is back with new owners and a new dream. Billed as the only American exotic, the Vector M12 uses the same 492 horsepower V12 Italian power plant as the Diablo. But everyone that goes to auto shows really wants to see what's new in concept cars. Once again, Chrysler took center stage. This visionary Chrysler LHX concept shows what the next generation luxury sedan might look like. The aluminum Dodge Intrepid ESX concept goes further with a hybrid power plant using both a small turbo diesel alternator and twin electric motors. Other notable concepts included a slab-sided Lincoln Sentinel and Ford's carbon fiber roadster concept, the V12-powered Ford Indigo. It's as close to a streetable Formula race car as the law permits. But pushing the laws of familiarity is what an auto show is all about, and the 1996 North American International Auto Show stretched our imaginations to the limit.